With everything homemade, and we are going to make one of my favorite biscuits, more like one of yours, isn't it? Cheesy biscuits. We use this when we make soup, and tonight we are going to have split pea soup, so we really want a delicious biscuit that's fluffy, cheesy, yummy for you guys to dip in for supper tonight. And what's going to be unique about this video is I am not going to teach you how to make these. Ocean is going to be walking you through how to make these biscuits. I'll be filming it this time and helping her a little bit as we go if she needs it. So let's turn it over to
I'm Ocean and I'm 8 and I'm going to make some cheesy biscuits. First we need to preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And then for the first ingredients, they need to be dry. So flour, 2 cups flour, 1 tablespoon sugar, 3 tablespoons baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 cup coconut oil. So 2 cups flour. Yeah? Nope. And 1 tablespoon sugar. Then 3 teaspoons baking powder. And salt. Half teaspoon salt. And 1/4 cup coconut oil.
So now what do you do with all that?
We need to mix the coconut oil till everything's nice and flaky.
Now this is soft coconut oil, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not melted, but it's at room temperature, so it's much easier for her to mix it with her hands. So how do we know when this is all mixed?
When it's flaky and not very many clumps of coconut oil.
That's right. And the mixture almost looks a bit wet, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You think that's pretty good, Mom?
Yeah, mix it a little bit more there, Munchkin.
Okay.
Yeah, so how do we test this? How did I show you how to test when the mixture's almost ready, Ocean?
Can't remember.
Can't remember? So grab a bit in your hand and see when you hold it together if it kind of sticks together a bit. See how it kind of sticks together?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah.
And it looks like you need a little bit more coconut oil there.
Okay.
So what we're looking at is we need to have a wet looking mixture, and because we're just kind of grabbing the coconut out of the pail, yeah, we're gonna add just a little bit into it because it doesn't hold enough together when you kind of squish it together. There should be more of a hold, and that's a really good test to do.
That's looking more like it.
Yep, we just need a little bit more coconut oil. And all these ingredients will be listed at the end of the video, so you can pause the video and have a list of all the ingredients that we used. That looks much better. So keep working at that. Yeah, and try it. See how it holds together? That's what we want. Perfect.
Holding together better.
Yep, holding together better. Okay, so what else do we need to add?
Now we need to add 1 cup cheese.
1 cup of cheese. Is that the best part? Yeah?
1 cup cheese.
Yep.
Then mix it up with a fork.
Yep.
There.
That looks good.
Yummy.
Okay, what else do we need to do now?
Now the wet ingredients.
Yep.
2 eggs and 1/3 cup milk.
Yep, so a 1/3 cup milk.
1/3 cup milk.
Yep.
Milk.
No, eggs first.
Oh. And we're mixing them in a separate bowl. So
Yep.
2 eggs. I'll put that right there for the meantime.
Look at the color of those eggs. The
Yeah.
chickens have been running around outside, haven't they?
Yep. I let them out this afternoon.
Yeah, and they are enjoying the sun.
Oh, yes.
Eating worms and picking up. You said you saw them eat an earthworm?
Yeah, yesterday, because I threw it to them. It was a nice big fat.
Was it? No, what's... Take a fork and beat those up.
Okay.
Good job. Yeah, look at that color.
There.
Yeah.
Now I'll add the milk.
Now add the milk. Yep.
Yummy. It looks kind of pale white
Yep.
with streaks of yellow. There we go.
Okay, so now what do we want to do?
Put it in here.
That's right.
And wooden spoon.
Yep. So you start incorporating it. And this is where you get your hands dirty again, don't you?
Yep. So now I'll mix it with my hands.
Yeah. And at this point, now it's a good test too to see the consistency. So she's going to start mixing it and get it into a dough-like consistency, like you would be making bread. And you don't want it too stiff, right, Ocean?
Yeah.
Because if it's too stiff, it just falls apart.
Okay.
But then what happens if it's too soft?
It doesn't hold and it's too sticky and it sticks.
It sticks to everything, that's right. So it's this fine line between you being able to roll it out with a rolling pin so it holds together really nice and it's not dry. Like you don't want it too dry, right?
Feel this? See?
Let's see. Yeah, and we're a bit sticky. So what you want to do is just take your hand and just sprinkle some more flour over it. Yep, just like that. Perfect. So mix that in. And you always want to add in slow. So what happens if you would just add in a whole bunch?
Might get too stiff.
Might get too stiff. So it's much better to add in a little bit at a time, isn't it?
Yeah.
You are a chef in the making, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Okay, so let's take a look. And so, do you think we could roll that out nicely? I think it's a little bit sticky. I think a little bit more, and then we would be able to roll it out. A little bit more than that. Good job. Yep, it's like that. I remember when I was growing up, I used to make all the cookies in the house. That's how I started in the kitchen, was
Really?
making cookies. Yeah, I make cookies.
I started
all the
like
time.
making cookies and smaller stuff like that
Yep.
with you too.
And now
cakes,
you exactly.
And flatbread.
Yeah. And
Now I can make more things.
that's right. You're making more and more. Okay, that looks really good. You know what my favorite cookie is?
What?
Oatmeal raisin. I love making oatmeal raisin. All right, back to biscuits. So that is much better. Do you notice that when I touch it, my hand does not stick? And neither does
Yeah.
yours. So perfect. So what we need to do is I'm going to just pause for a second. We're going to clear the table, aren't we? And then what are we going to do?
Roll it out.
Roll it out.
So we're back and we're gonna roll this into a ball. We've sprinkled flour on the bottom so it doesn't stick. Now we're gonna roll it out. Just flatten
And how thick do you want it?
half an inch.
That's right.
About like that.
Yeah, a little bit more. That looks about good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that looks good. So one option is she's going to take some cookie cutters. Thank you. You could also just make circles or make these into balls and press it down. But we have kids, and do you like shapes?
Yep.
Exactly. So she has picked some
Heart, star, and butterfly.
Exactly. So let's have some fun. And what's nice is when these rise, they really hold their shape, don't they? They actually look like stars and butterflies and hearts when they're all done. So she's going to cookie cut all of these and then roll it out again and then cookie cut again. And then we're going to throw them into the oven, aren't we?
Yeah, now a butterfly.
Big butterfly. Do you like this part?
Yep. It's my favorite part.
Now, what little mistake are you doing here, Ocean? With on the pan. If they rise,
they need to be further apart.
Yeah, they need to be further apart. That's better. That's right, because
we had 2 rows last time.
Both like that. And remember, we don't want it too close to the edge. Just like that. That's right.
Now a heart.
Yep. So I'm going to put this on pause, and we're going to put them in the oven, and then we'll start back when they're all done here. Okay?
Here, and it cooked under 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 13 minutes, and we're back in here. If you look, the bottom's nicely browned.
Browned, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those
So
smell
now
so
we're
good.
going to take them out.
Those smell so good, Ocean. Just be careful.
Don't you come out. Yeah. There you go. Can I get that? So the first one. Now the one with the howling wolf, who didn't stay in his shape very well, though. But he still got a little shape.
Do you want to show them your special shape?
Yeah, right away. Just go there. Chuck it over here. This one.
So what did you try to make that one into?
A wolf.
A wolf.
Howling wolf.
His head kind of rose. But do you see how well these rose? They look awesome.
Even the hearts, they kind of kept their curly shape.
Yep.
And then stars. And this was starting out wonky. But then the butterflies.
Yep. So now what?
We're going to put them in here. So now we like to put them in a toweled bowl and then curl them up, wrap them up.
And why do we do that?
So they keep their moisture and heat and don't dry out so quickly.
That's right, because we want nice warm biscuits for our soup tonight.
There goes the wolf.
Yeah. They're a little hot, eh?
Yep. I can manage. There you go. Now let's curl them up.
Wrap them up?
Wrap them up, yep. I keep saying curl them up.
That's okay.
There we go. Yummy biscuits for tonight.